It has been a pleasure to watch these recent Barack Obama rallies for Joe Biden, socially distanced drive-in rallies in various parts of the country. And part of the entertainment is that Trump gets so triggered by it. On one hand, it's good to have a reminder of what it's like to have a president who speaks in complete sentences, can articulate an idea with a beginning, middle, and an end. But Trump's triggering has been delightful. Here's Barack Obama in Miami saying we can't just say it's okay for a president to lie constantly.
We can't just say, oh, it's fine if a president lies 50 times a day. No.
Barack Obama going on to say even Florida man, the ubiquitous Florida man, wouldn't do this stuff. Why are we accepting it from the president of the United States?
Florida man wouldn't even do this stuff. Why are we accepting it from the president of the United States?
Barack Obama just laughing off the wacky claim from Trump that he's been the best president for black folks since Abe Lincoln.
And, you know, he loves talking about black unemployment. Says he's the best president for black folks since Abe Lincoln. What?
And then this one I just love, referring to the 60 Minutes interview with Leslie Stahl. Barack Obama accurately points out the acute problem with a president not even being able to sit through a tough interview.
And let me say, I've run for president in Miami, so I just want you to know it's a good idea to have an answer to this question. It's a good idea if you're running for re-election to say, here's what I want to accomplish. What did Trump say? He got mad and walked out of the interview. He thought the questions were too tough. Too tough. Miami, listen, if he can't answer a tough question like, what would you like to do in your second term? Then it's our job to make sure he doesn't get a second term. And that's why, over the next 10 days, we got to work hard to elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the next president and vice president of the United States.
Just very well done there by Barack Obama. One more clip for you.
And I understand the president's coming to Florida today. You think he's hard at work coming up with a plan to get us out of this mess? Well, I don't know, because I know he's had a tough week. Everybody's been very unfair to Donald Trump this week.
So again, Trump hugely triggered by this, tweeting out of control, starting to tweet as Barack Obama was doing these events for Joe Biden. Nobody's showing up for Obama's hate-laced speeches. 47 people, no energy, but still better than Joe. Retweeting nonsense about Joe Biden and Barack Obama killing the coal industry, as if that's a bad thing. It's not true, but as if it's a bad thing. And if elected, he will come after oil and gas, which we hope he absolutely will. And then also tweeting just wild, quote, just signed an order to support the workers of Delphi Corporation and make sure we protect the pensions of all American workers. Obama Biden failed American workers and failed the workers of Delphi. I always put American workers first. Trump is so jealous of Barack Obama. It's so clear, and for good reason. Barack Obama is able to coherently express political ideas. He's able to connect with people in a human way. You don't have to like his drone policy. You don't have to like his position on warrantless surveillance or whatever else. But Trump has much reason to be jealous of Barack Obama. And I love as a strategy bringing Barack Obama heavily for these last 2 to 3 weeks. You're not seeing George W. Bush out there for Donald Trump. And in fact, from what we've heard, it's quite plausible that George W. Bush is not even voting for Donald Trump. Barack Obama will be a big presence over the next 8 days. I think it's great. We'll be covering some of the events live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And I am sure that the triggering will continue for the next 8 days. Real quick, I want to tell you about our sponsor, Magic Spoon, who have done something awesome. They've taken all of our favorite sugary childhood cereals that we know we shouldn't eat anymore and turned them into something you can actually feel good about eating as an adult. There's 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and blueberry. They taste great. They're crunchy. They're sweet like you would expect this type of cereal to be. but it's perfect for a ketogenic diet because one bowl has only 3 net carbs, 12 grams of protein. It's sugar-free, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free. Once our team tried Magic Spoon for the first time, we actually ended up emailing Magic Spoon back and saying, can you send us more boxes? Send more samples. They've been a big hit with David Pakman Show staffers. And Magic Spoon knows how delicious their cereal is because if you don't like it, they'll refund all of your money, no questions asked. And you'll get free shipping when you go to magicspoon.com/Pakman and use the code Pakman. That's Pakman.